Sir? Sir? Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody on Twitch, YouTube? How was y'all day? Okay, my day is going well. And plus, I will be talking about the Star Wars update news. That it was some updates still dealing with Star Wars because Disney just came out this more news for Star Wars, all because they screw up on Disney Plus Day. I think in my opinion, and that's the reason why I think they're doing this. Coming out just with more news and stuff like that, like they usually do, because we all know that Disney is stubborn about information, which I think in my opinion, because think about in my opinion, that's just me. If y'all in the live stream, and subscribe if you new, because dealing with me, in my opinion, stuff like that. Dealing with me, in my opinion, stuff like that. Dealing with the new Godzilla news, which in your opinion, which Godzilla enemy would y'all want to see? Was King Kong enemy you want to see? Because think about it, like I know that WB is working on a new Godzilla movie, and plus I think they're making a new Kong movie as well. If they're making just a new Kong movie, I think they need to make a Kong movie about him being the dominant ape. I think, in my opinion, and that will be a good thing for me to see. Be just to think about it, that would be a good challenge just for Hawk, in my opinion. That would be a good thing. And plus, my other opinion, like I think the King Kong villains and Godzilla villains really overlap. I think, in my opinion, but the thing about it, like I think WB is making new monsters for these movies, because you look at the first Godzilla movie, they made the Mutos, and the Mutos was new. The second movie, King of Monsters, they made the almost wasn't new, but the most is legendary when in the General Public no, in my opinion. And for my other opinion, which I think in my opinion could be good, could not be good. And top of other opinions and stuff like that. Like some people might like it, some people might not like my opinion dealing with it. But my other opinion, which I do like, and plus my other opinion that I do like is like which I do like is some of the if they make another more combat movie, who would y'all want to see? Because like for me, in my opinion, right, I would like to see the calm movie, what I would like to see, which I think in my opinion could be a good thing. That some like the others, if y'all got opinions about what Godzilla monsters you want to see, and what Kong monsters you want to see in the next movie, and then make the next movie. And my other opinion, I would like to see. Come on, baby, girl. Yo, shout out to the UK, by the way, bro. You guys really rock with us, man. Shout out to the UK, bro. We got to get out there sometime this month too. By the way, kind of like for me, in my opinion, stuff like that. Like, who would y'all want to see? And and kind of like for me and my other opinions or something like who would y'all want to how can I say this? How can I say this? What um and what other monsters would y'all want to see in the universe? What other superheroes would y'all want to be hyped to see? If they make an X-Men movie, anything like that, what would be your premise for the first X-Men movie? Because like for me, I do got a premise for the next 2 or 3 X-Men movies and stuff like that. In my opinion, I do, and that just me in my opinion. The 2 or 3 X-Men movies, I do got an opinion on that, and that just me. But that just me in my opinion. What I do got, because you look at the X-Men movies, everything like that, it's like the premise is pretty easy. I think, in my opinion, to make a first X-Men movie, but the second and third, I probably got to think about that. In my opinion, which people I want to see in it, because you look at it, the X-Men roster is very big. In my opinion, it's very big. I think, in my opinion, and kind of my other opinion, which I do like, in my opinion, could be good, not good. If y'all like it, don't like it, it's just your opinions and stuff like that. What you do like, what you don't like, what you do like or don't like. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, is like I would like, but I would like, in my opinion, if they do got, I would like other opinions. I think, in my opinion, if y'all got a different opinion about the Gonzalo universe, if you think it's good, if you think it's bad, if you got opinion about the rest of this, um, and kind of like for me and my opinions and stuff like that, is like I would like different opinions on stuff. The kind of like for me and my opinion, based on we need that if you heard about it, Netflix was making a Gundam universe, a live action Gundam. Cause think about it, they making the classic Gundam show. In my opinion, if they make it a classic Gundam, then I am good. Because the thing about it, we got to start with the classic one. I think first. I think, in my opinion, they do make a classic first. Because the thing about it, if we make a classic Gundam show, then that would get the general public in. I think, in my opinion, the general public just would come in. I think, in my opinion, if they make classic Gundams, and you heard about the nobody might not care about this, but they heard about Netflix is launching a Power Ranger universe. Because think about, for me, right, if they launch a Power Ranger universe, right, and everything like that, it's like uh sound like, for me, in the Power Ranger universe, if they're making it, the Power Ranger universe, that they might go classics up to the thing. But I think, in my opinion, right, they can stick with the classics to look uh just the mind from Power Rangers, because look, if you look at the comic books and stuff like that, it's different people. It's different people just in the same costume. And, and plus, I think that will fly for a bit. I think that can last about, if they're making seasons, that probably can get about 2 or 3 seasons of the first team. If you want to make your second team, um, if you want to make your second team, it could be like the fourth and fifth season, and that just me, in my opinion about it. Because the thing about my opinion, right, and stuff like that, is like we might need to make in space our galaxy. If anybody watched Power Rangers back in the day, or just whatever season y'all like, anything like that, then y'all can tell me down below if I even watch it, anything like that. If you heard about it, this show. Because the thing about it, in my opinion, because the thing about it, in my opinion, um, um, and kind of like for me, in my opinions and stuff like that. Oh no, no, I just ain't watch it yet, but I'll watch it though. Let me try to see because shoot, I had it up. And kind of like for me, right? Just for anybody that is new in the chat, that I do got a Discord. If anybody just want to go on my Discord or something like that, then they could. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, sound like the universities and stuff. The universes, which I think the Transformers probably can reboot the universe. Because think about it, if they do that, they need to cancel out. How can I say this? They need to cancel out the last two movies. I think if they cancel out the last two movies, then it's just, I think, in my opinion, right? If they can if they can do it, in my opinion, right? If they can cancel out if they can cancel out the last two movies of the Transformers universe, that's true. I think the Transformers universe could be in good shape. And kind of for me, and that's my opinion. Because think about the Transform universe might need to do like Disney Star Wars did. Yeah, wait on a good movie or a good show that everybody like. Um, retcon some stuff inside that movie or show. Then that would be a good thing. Because think about it, if they make a Transformer show, anything like that, then that will be a real good start. I think. Like they need to make a really good Transformer show off a character that is kind of known with some side characters. Then you bring in like an Optimus Prime, like on big episodes and stuff like that. In my opinion, and that be like in my opinion, that would work if they make it a show. Just I think, in my opinion, and oh, and kind of like for me, in my opinion, I think you're right on that. If they can break on a whole lot of Michael Bay stuff, like in the show, in the movies, and just correct some stuff, then that would be a good. thing, which I think, in my opinion, that would be good. And it sounds like, for me, in my opinion, sounds like people might not agree with me on that. And it's like you said, um, and kind of like, for me, in my opinion, like, I think you is right on that. Like, they should retcon the Bayverse, because they are, for me. Did they actually do that? Okay, okay. I'm watching Delzor first and watch Lazo Vin next. Okay, okay. I'll watch those two. Oh yeah, I'll watch this video too. Let's just try to go to the. Hmm. Wait a minute. Coming up with it. Um. Oh no, no, no. The new TV spot I didn't see yet, but it's in my me, right. It's like, I don't want to see TV spots not like that just until I go to the theaters and anything like that. Because think about, TV spots ruin the movie sometimes. TV spots ruin the movie. Certain movies that, I don't want to say a TV spot for, and that is one of them. That is one of the TV spots like I don't want to see. And kind of like, people might not want to. Yeah, yeah, sure. I don't want to see no TV spots for that unless unless it's necessary, just the MCU and stuff like that. I don't want to see it. And TV spots ruin movies sometimes. And plus, you gonna be surprised sometimes going into a movie. And this is the. Yep, yep, just like that. The Godzilla TV spot spoiled. But the thing about, for me, right, it is like, I never seen none of the Godzilla versus Kong TV spot. I just seen the trailers. I went to the movie. I went to the movie theaters, and certain stuff, and certain stuff inside the movie theaters surprised me at certain points, just because I didn't look at TV spots. People need to learn how not to put in TV spots. In the studio, need to learn not to make TV spots. Why is you making TV spots for your movie? That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing that you can do, because that's what that go against every business, every every common sense thing you do for a movie. You don't do it, in my opinion. That is dumb for Warner Brothers, Disney, Netflix, anybody. That just dumb. I think, in my opinion, for them making TV spot. So like, if I'm making a movie, I wouldn't have a TV spot for nothing and none of my stuff. So like, people might like me saying it. That's what is true.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the situation between Paramount Pictures and Hasbro and how it will affect Transformers Rise of the Beast. We recently got the news that the upcoming Transformers Rise of the Beast movie will be delayed from the initial June 2022 release date to June 2023. This sparked rumours and speculation of a breakdown in relationship between Paramount and Hasbro, and uncertainty about the future of the Transformers live-action franchise. The rumour going around is that Hasbro are annoyed about there being such a long pushback for the release of Rise of the Beast, as the current contract between them and Paramount only lasts till November 2022.
Oh,
That means that the new release date for the movie will fall outside of the current contract. Rise of the Beast is currently set for release on June 9th, 2023. So why did
I guess
Paramount decide to
Paramount
push the movie back by a year?
show better try to do another contract.
Better at the box office at that point in time rather than next year. The world situation at the moment is very unpredictable, and things could change once again within the next 6 months. If the pandemic worsens once again and people stop going to the theatres, that will really hurt the performance of this movie. Considering the money
2023 too long though.
into this movie, Paramount will be hoping that pushing to 2023 will make things more certain that people will be willing to go
No,
to the
it don't.
theatres,
It
and
don't.
therefore the movie will perform better financially. This is purely my opinion once again, but this has nothing to do with the studio losing
Oh,
faith in the movie.
oh yeah. When she just, oh yeah, I know about that.
Delayed the new Mission
That
Impossible
is true.
movie and Star Trek installments, as well as other movies. So this is not specific to the Transformers live-action franchise and Transformers Rise of the Beast. There has been plenty of talk about restructuring going on at Paramount over the past few months, with new CEO Brian Robbins taking over and two new co-presidents being appointed for their motion
Ooh,
picture group. An announcement was also made that the studio would be retreating from big-budget theatrical
like I got
releases
to go
to
back and
focus on
just
making the contemporary streaming service
after
Paramount
this,
Plus.
after
This
Delzor and
detail has led to the
Pelaggio video,
speculation
I
that this
will
will
got to
affect
go
the
back and look at
relationship
the
between
Spider-Man trailer
Paramount and
again because
Hasbro.
it says
Due
certain
to the
scenes were
changes
fake.
Hasbro may
What
choose
John
not to
Kemp
renew
said,
their
but I'm not
agreement
sure.
in 2022. You have to also wonder where Paramount will stand long term, as if they are to focus on streaming content, will Transformers fit into that plan? I guess that Hasbro have to be just a little bit disappointed at the delay of Rise of the Beast,
But that's
given
dumb
that
though
they have the
because
toy
cause
line
you
and
need
other
movie
promotional
releases though.
material prepared for next year. This pushback will force Hasbro to have to
Hey,
adjust all that, which could
I like
potentially
Halo.
cost them money.
Halo is
However,
more
you also
unknown
have to take into
to
account
the
that
general
if
public.
Paramount had
But
released Rise of
Transformers
the
is
Beast
you
in
shouldn't be
June
pushing
next
Black
year,
out there, in
and
my
the movie
opinion.
hadn't performed well due to the ongoing world situation, that would be more detrimental to the toy lines, merchandise, and sponsorships.
Yep.
That possibility could put both companies in an even worse predicament and could have lost them a ton of money. So yes, Hasbro will have to make some adjustments in the meantime. If the movie fares better on the June 2023 release date, this change could end up being better for both parties in the long run. That's not to say that Rise of the Beast will definitely perform better in 2023.
Nope.
Though we can understand why Paramount might think their chances are better on that day rather than next year.
But it's
So what will
not better
happen?
to
Will
wait to
Hasbro renew the deal
2023
with Paramount?
because
But I
we
think a
all
lot
know
of
that
this
people
comes
don't
down to
trust
how
the
well
product right
Rise of the
now.
Beast does upon release. If the movie performs, I think Hasbro will renew the deal, as long as they are happy with the results and the direction going forward. With this movie possibly ending up being released after the deal has expired, I'm not sure how this is all going to work, as if Hasbro don't choose to renew in November, will they be able to re-enter negotiations at a later date after reviewing the performance of Rise of the Beast?
Yeah.
The success, or not so much success, of Transformers Rise of the Beast should surely be the influential driver
Man,
of this decision. You also have to take into consideration that Transformers is just one of Hasbro's properties
Transformers
that
made billions
Paramount
for
wanted
Paramount.
live action adaptations for. Paramount
Why
have
would it
recently
not
other movies in development,
redo with
which
Hasbro?
are
That's
set to
dumb.
be co-produced by
Because you need
Hasbro's production
Hasbro and
company,
much Hasbro as
Entertainment
you.
One. So if Hasbro weren't to renew the deal, this doesn't just have ramifications for Transformers movies, but many others too. I feel that Hasbro might carry on the deal with Paramount, but just under a smaller budget, and they will no doubt try and renegotiate
Damn.
with maybe a deal to bring Hasbro content to Paramount Plus. With Paramount trying to build their streaming service, I feel like having the licenses to Hasbro brands, especially Transformers, could be a big asset for building new content for their exclusive catalogue. This situation seems that it isn't as clear cut as Hasbro simply unhappy and therefore don't want to renew. I'm sure there is a lot of conversations going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about until this deal is officially expired.
I got a question for everybody on the
And
screen.
it's true how this will play out.
Who owned Mass
One
Effect?
major point is that I find it hard to believe that Paramount would be investing so
Because
much.
I know Mass Effect gonna be a game and a movie, but the thing is like, what studio puts doing Mass Effect though?
If the movie is a big success, it's hard to see why Hasbro wouldn't want to renew. If it doesn't, maybe it does spell the end of the partnership. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know your thoughts on this situation and how you see it playing out. Will Hasbro renew the deal? And where will this leave Paramount? And where would Transformers go? Make sure to leave us a comment. Why not drop a like on this video? Until the next one.
Yeah. Because I think Paramount, and plus you got some good points. Because they work on Paramount. Okay, they work on Paramount, probably. But that's kind of dumb though, because look at Netflix. Netflix puts some movies in theaters for about a week or two, and they also work on stuff on streaming services. Learn from Netflix. It's not a real good formula. Netflix do both, but just Paramount probably can learn to do it better. I think if they could actually follow Netflix formula or certain stuff. Paramount thinking, oh yeah, I know Halo is a popular series, but Transformers is more popular than got more history and and got got more originality. I think within the spirit. I think in General Republic is Transformers instead of Halo. Halo sounds like a new project where you try to get people to look at. I think, in my opinion, the full streaming service thing. Sorry, people might not like me saying it, but it is. I don't know. Okay. Oh no, because you look at Halo and Mass Effect. Mass Effect people dress differently. I think. Oh yeah. The Mass Effect look like the rip off. Oh, I can kind of understand where people get that from, but the thing about it, if you look at it, the stuff is different, which I learned. And plus, I saw the Cowboy Bebop show. Sound like people might not like me hearing this, saying this. They might not like me hearing them and stuff like that. But the Cowboy Bebop show in live action, it's not the best show, but it's good in my opinion. And plus, I think the second season could be better. And some of these so-called fans, which I think, in my opinion, who keep on saying Cowboy Bebop is bad, but the Cowboy Bebop show is not a bad show. It's like an average show. It's an average good show, but the show could be better because I think just after this season, plus I like Spike, but the choreography need to be a little bit better for Spike is good. I like Jet, then Jet not black in anime, but I like that slide. And plus Faye Valentine, I actually like her. The song like this might be the most unpopular opinion, but for me, I actually like the show, and based on the ending and stuff like that of the show, and the twist it got, I like it. Oh yeah. I look for the Peacemaker too. Oh yeah, that because like for me, that was some of the shows I was worrying about. DC show, like I was scared they might have canceled and stuff like that because I know if Peace I didn't saw Hawkeye yet, but the thing about the app, if I look at it, I will be streaming tomorrow as well. I will be streaming tomorrow as well, just for Thanksgiving. just for anybody who want to come tomorrow to the stream and anything like that, I'll be streaming tomorrow. And kind of like for me and my opinions and stuff like that, in my opinion, it could be like a real good stuff. I think because oh yeah, boy, if I see, I am a Snyder fan myself. Me, I am saying it as a Snyder fan. But we got to let things go and let WB do their thing. If if it's bad, it's bad. If it's not, it's not. And that's just me, in my opinion. Because we cannot be hating on everything. That's not Zack Snyder. That is me, in my opinion. Because you can't be hating on everything because it's not Zack Snyder, man. Come on now, people. We cannot be doing this. Because that's what you might hate the things that they did Zack Snyder, everything like that. But that's what we cannot be hating on it, in my opinion. The Snyder fans might try to attack me about that, but that's what, man. I am a fan of comic book movies, and plus, I'm a fan of Zack Snyder. I'm a fan of both comic book movies and Zack Snyder. The thing about it, um, we need a new Gods movie. Sound like people might agree with that, but we need a new Gods movie. Everything like that. And kind of like I know, and because if you look at it, the Peacemaker show is going to expand the DC universe as people keep on saying they want the universe to expand. That's what it would do that. The Peacemaker show is gonna to expand the universe, and James Gunn doing it because the first the some people might not like me who like the James Gunn first movie. The James Gunn first movie was good until the ending. Because like for me, right at the ending, why in the world is you dancing? That is me. Why is why is you dancing at the end of the movie when you know the work is in? I'm not about to be dancing just to distract no enemy. But I know it's Disney, MCU, they just accepted it. If that was a DC movie they would did that, the Marvel fans would have been saying to us, oh, why they dancing at the end of the movie? It doesn't end in the word. They're supposed to be just more serious than that. That with Disney did it. Oh yeah, that isn't Snyder. I once heard one say excited for the Batman, but I might. Oh yeah, the Batman movies look like I'm good though. But I know that wait a minute now. Ain't the Flashpoint movie come out before the Batman movie, don't it? Dang shit. Because like I know that the Flash movie was coming out. Let me go back and see which movie's coming out. No, the Batman coming out March 2022. Okay, okay, okay. Batman coming out March 2022. Okay, that's gonna be a good thing. But we need a booster goal though in the universe. We need a booster goal. If we gotta have a Blue Beetle in the show, we need a booster goal. So like people might not agree with me, but that's what we need a booster goal to a point, in my opinion. Because the thing about it, in my opinion, is like sound like in my opinion stuff like that. If we gonna get right a Blue Beetle movie on streaming services, right? We need to bring in Booster Gold. Yeah, and kind of like for me, right, in my opinion, um, and kind of like for me, in my opinions and stuff like that, sound like some people might not like it, some people will, but but that's what the Batman movie looked like. It's gonna have action. It's gonna have a good story. Oh yeah, it did. Then because think about it, if you look at it, people hate on the most simplest stuff, which I learned, which is dumb. I think, in my opinion, it sounds like you shouldn't be hating on stuff because you just because your favorite director is not doing it, and that's dumb in my opinion. But the thing about it, everybody different though. Everybody is different, and that's what's bad about it. Sometimes bad and good come from it, and kind of like for me, in my opinion, dealing with some of these stuff. It's like I also learned that the general public doesn't know about these stuff and just don't care about it, which I think, in my opinion, is a good thing. Kind of bad and good at the same time, but everybody different. And kind of like the other stuff I done learned about the some of the Star Wars stuff. Because thing about it, like in my opinions and stuff like that, what I've been seeing, some like the Star Wars news, Star Wars casting, what could we do during the Star Wars universe? After Boba Fett, after Boba Fett come out and C3 Mandalorian come out, then that will mean that they need, in my opinion, a whole lot of stuff. Some that a whole lot of planning after Boba Fett. Because in my opinion, I think the Boba Fett show's gonna be good. And that just my faith uh, uh, up in Jar Favreau and stuff like that who doing Disney. Sound like people might not like it. They might not like it. But I think the two shows that had nothing to do with Jedi's, which I think in my opinion was dumb. Sound like you need Jedi's in my opinion. Sound like what I need in my opinion, was wrong because you need shows dealing with Jedi, Siths, and stuff like that. Could be good, bad, and everything in between. Sound like sound like people might not like me saying it, but that's what everybody different, in my opinion. Everybody different. If if y'all know anybody who looking to join a Discord server, anything like that, I got the link inside the just inside the video description. If you know anybody who want to join a Discord server, anything like that, ask me questions, anything like that, then I'm good with it. Oh yeah, Obi-Wan gonna be good too. But the thing about it, I might got to analyze that. I got to analyze the Spider-Man trailers and stuff like that. Because shoot, I keep on hearing that some of the stuff um is fake. But if it is, shoot, I gotta have to go back. I gotta have to go back and look at the stuff again and see if they want it, if it's fake or not. Oh yeah, I do want to make sure because then, in my opinion, right, if they get a Mace show, which I think could be that it could be one of the best shows on Disney Plus if they actually put it kind of like in my opinion, it could be a good thing. And, like in my opinion, the Mace show could be one of the best shows I think on Disney Plus if Disney actually take it down. Because you look at Mace Windu would sound like one of the only Jedi's on the console, in my opinion, that could have that was light and dark, which in my opinion is good. Sound like people might not like it, but it's true. kind of like in my opinion, it could be a really good Star Wars show. But the other thing for Star Wars I want to talk about is what things what things in your opinion, right? What you want to see for Star Wars acting like of your opinion. Oh yeah, Windu Origins. And so, oh yeah, man, if we can get that like in a series, the Windu Origins, anything like that, that'd be good too. But think about it, when you see this show right here, the Acolyte show, what would y'all want to see yourselves doing with the show yourselves? Um, would you want to see the temple? Would you want to see which in my opinion could be a good thing. The Star Wars Acolyte sound like the Sith trainees because like sound like Palpatine was an acolyte at one time. Um a whole lot of stuff I think in my opinion could be good. Because like it's Siths, then the Jedi's, that the acolytes sound like the students of the Siths. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And that could be a good thing, I think in my opinion. If we can see the Sith side of the acolyte, because we all know that all Sith is not evil, in my opinion. Because you look at the Siths, Jedi's, it was dark Jedi's. Then it was Siths that study like the how can I say? It was Palpatine, um Kylo Ren, which was an acolyte at first. Remember, he used to be a Jedi, then he turned acolyte. Yeah, yeah, and that what you call a student that study under a master under the Sith. You come an acolyte, but the thing is, it sound like Darth Vader. It sound like Anakin became an acolyte of the dark side, and that could be like a good insights that what do the Siths do. I think, in my opinion, if that show actually be serious, I think that's gonna be good. And that is my problem with. I like it, but the thing is, it's like, would this acolyte be evil? Would acolyte be good? Could it acolyte be like in between? In between doing evil, sound like Anakin. Sound like you watch the prequels, right? Anakin and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Darth Vader training under Palpatine to become an unstoppable. Oh, if we see that, that'd be good. Because like each season could be like a different student becoming good, evil, everything between. You know what I mean? It sound like my first season, Darth Vader becoming light the dark. He become evil. His training finished. Boom. He became from acolyte to master right there. Second season, a different student come from light to dark or stay light, or he can be like in between. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, because we all know Darth Vader was one of the most powerful people. Oh boy, that jump was good. That jump was good, and we all know how powerful Darth Vader was. How about we get a Darth Vader movie or show? The thing about it, if we get as serious, it could be better, I think, than a movie. And that's the thing. If we could get as a movie or a show or anything like that, that would be real good in my opinion. If we could get it as a show, because we all know that Darth Vader was doing a whole lot of stuff. Oh no, Because she wouldn't be around during that time, though. She wouldn't have been around during that time, I think. That's not Raider. And kind of like if we get like a Raven show or movie, because we all know, right? It's a show or movie is about Darth Revan and anything like that. Yeah, Darth Revan and stuff like that. If we get a Darth Revan show or movie, if we can get like a newer version of Darth Revan and stuff like that, that would be good in my opinion. Because we need like a Thrawn show, sound like Ahsoka season 1 and season 2, something like her try to find Thrawn and stuff like that. That will be good for Star Wars if we see that, in my opinion, because we know Thrawn is one of the most feared enemies in Star Wars, which is smart and devious and stuff like that. He is a skill, in my opinion. He is a he is a skilled fighter. He is a brilliant general. He's smart at the same time, in my opinion. That could be a good thing. And that is my opinion about that. Let me see. Oh, let me see. That Acolyte shows if they do training, if they do video training under Palpatine, it should tie to. Oh yeah, that would be good to see though. That would be good, I think, in my opinion. That would be a good thing, in my opinion, if they see that. But I think, in my opinion, that could be a good thing. If they do show it inside the Obi-Wan show, and and we see that rematch, I think that Obi-Wan losing that rematch because we all know that Darth Vader was hunting down Jedi's and killing them. Sound like people might not want to hear that, but that was Darth. That what he did, in my opinion. That what he did. He hunt down Jedi's. He hunt down other people. That was a Beastmaster way, which I think, in my opinion, should be good or not. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good or bad. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good or bad. Anything like that. And and you do have a point, um, Diaz, when you say, yeah, yeah, the Hawkeye show. I'll watch that later. I will watch that later and give my review of it tomorrow. Just doing the live stream and anything like that. And that is my opinion about that. That and because the Hawkeye show trailer looks good though. It looks good. And it looked like a Die Hard type of feel. Sound like two people working together, one older, one younger, anything like that. That's how it looks, in my opinion. Sound like some people might not want to hear that, but looking for the trailer. That's how it looked. It looked like a Darth Revan type. It looked like a lethal weapon type of feel. If I think I'm right, I think I'm wrong on that. But it could be like, and that is my opinion on it. Because if y'all the Hawkeye show look like it's gonna be a good series. So, but just I'm just worrying about the story and just how Disney just gonna take it, in my opinion, because we all know it was certain shows on Disney Plus dealing with Marvel, like you was excited for. Once you look at it, and when you look at it, it underperforms the expectations. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good. Be because like what are y'all expecting in y'all opinion from a Hawkeye show? What's y'all expecting? Because like in my opinion, I am expecting a serious story. I am expecting a serious story and stuff like that dealing with the Hawkeye show. The Hawkeye show, I am expecting a real serious story, which I think, in my opinion. Because you look at it now, I'm expecting a serious story. I, I am expecting the episodes not to contradict each other, because in one division it did. And, um and plus I expect the characters, I expect characters choreography to be good. Make sure that the story stay on point. In my opinion, that's all the stuff I'm looking for. And just make sure Disney do this Hawkeye show is don't enforce the agenda. That's all I'm looking for. Do not enforce an agenda on your shows. I just expect good stories. That's it. And that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good story structure, everything like that. Kind of like people might not be kind of like people might not like it, but kind of for me, right? I'm just a simple person. I look for story structure and just make sure that you tell a good story. That is my opinion. The Hawkeye show looks cool, but it's too early to replace Hawk. Oh yeah, it is too early, because we know doing this stuff coming up that we need both Hawkeye. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Force kind of She-Hulk might be. Oh no, no, I want like that though. I want like that. Because we all, I know She-Hulk strong, but we all know that She-Hulk cannot replace. In my opinion, she cannot replace. She cannot replace the Hulk, because we all know power wise that she can do it. And Kevin Feige, you bet not, in my opinion, try that, because we all know that the MCU and Marvel, unless they're doing the Young Hawk or something like that, unless they're doing War Hawk or something, a Master Hawk or something like Master Hawk, something like the game had, that failing Avengers game had. It's not it's not like the game everybody expected to be. And that just me and my opinion about it. Uh because it kind of feel like it to me, right? That the MCU is trying to replace everybody that's older just with newer people. But if you look at it, this MCU thing just might fail. Oh yeah, yeah, shoot the Hawk, yeah. Because we all know that the Hawk is too, in my opinion, is too OP to be toned down. Because we all know the angrier the Hawk get, I unless you're a powerful character, sound like Superman level, sound like Thor, anybody like that. That's the only characters that can hang with him for a while. Sound like Iron Man could because he got suits protecting him. But we know that Captain America probably can deal with Hulk because he kind of like agile and stuff like that. Then he know how to get around the Hulk strength. But everybody else, no, they can't handle the Hulk. Captain Marvel, I like her, but she can't beat him. Valkyrie, I like him, they can't handle it. Miss She-Hulk, I like her, but that's what she can't do it. And that is my opinion because that's what you can depower the Hulk all you want to, but we all know the anger in the Hulk get, he gonna get back to the same power level on the everybody, the same power level even more than everybody don't get. That is me in my opinion about it. Because talking about the MCU need to learn that you can't really downgrade the Hulk and anything like that in the future because we know Kang is coming. We know that some of the other villains coming back. Because we all know during the end of the Spider-Man trailer, whoever was coming down from them portals, they gotta need a Hulk help. And for the Hulk they need, it's not the Professor Hulk. They need the real Hulk help to face these new villains that coming out. And that just me in my opinion about that. Because we do need a real Hulk coming back. For me, in my opinion, uh, and plus the other video I supposed to talk about was Lazio Vin made one. Hmm. I'm trying to come up. Okay. Oh yeah, it's too early to place everyone in Infinity War because they made a mistake. Mankind Heart went. Oh yeah, that was true. But the thing about it is like I know that it probably was Professor Hart. But the thing is, let him get to angry Hart when he get into battles. I think, in my opinion, that's my whole that's my whole beef with it. Sounds like him being Professor Hart. That's not my problem. My problem is like they don't got no in my opinion um they don't let them go real hard on them, like on villains and stuff like that because we all know at Endgame if if the Hawk from the Avengers one would have come, that fight would have been better. And this is the Lazio Vin video right here. This one Transformers one you tell me to do early. Oh, wait a minute. This is the first piece. Wait a minute now. Wait, I like this. Is this like from the Bumblebee movie? I think something like that. But okay, I like this. First beak at Bumblebee robot mode. Ooh, ooh, I would like to see that though. When this trailer come out next year, I think this movie trailer come out next year. Oh, okay, okay, different Rise of the Beast. Okay, I actually like this though. Hmm. I like the pictures, everything like that. I actually like it though. That because like from in my opinion, it seemed like the little girl, in my opinion, might be in trouble and stuff like that. It would look like this thing like again a girl might be in trouble, everything like that. It looks good though. And put the thing for the Star Wars news. Um, they did have casting news. I can show y'all about. And I had an article about the casting news and anything like that. Rebels, I think live action Rebels character. I think they had casting news on. Because you look at it, um, because if you look at the Star Wars news, everything like that, it looks good now. I know I had an article up. I had an article up. Dang, it's hard to find articles around here. What was the name of that show they got cast? Shoot, because I know someone. Because I know it wasn't Bad Batch. No, the Soka series got cast, and I think it was the Soka series. And yep, Sabine Wren. Yep, her casting news was something like a surprise to me. Because this is probably based on between the original series, I think, the original trilogy, I think. Might be based on the prequels, but I'm not sure which one. It might be based on the prequels. Right here, the Soka series is shaping up as Rebels was one of my. It's not my favorite show, but it's good. But it's not my favorite show. Created by George Lucas and Dave Filoni. The Mirror Padawan Anakin Skywalker in the Star Wars animated series. Ahsoka also had a prominent role in Star Wars Rebel, which began 5 years before New Hope. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't New Hope the original trilogy? Wait a minute. Dang. No, no. Okay. Wait a minute. Instead, Mandalorian, Supreme Realm, the Mandalorian Freedom Fighter, Fun Rebel, Cliffhanger may finally find some solution at Ahsoka. So it coming to Disney Plus next year. Okay, next year. It's coming next year, y'all. And in case it's a quick look, Ahsoka has been given this news implications. She may be going next as a fan's favorite, coming into her own upcoming limited series. Okay. Clone Wars, what in now? Wait a minute. Okay, I'm right. Okay. That means that she would have been like a young adult in her 20s or 30s or something like that. She proved herself time and time again against infamous bounty hunters, separatist drones, Sith acolytes, like Soldier of Ventress. Oh yeah, that's another powerful character in Star Wars. Some female villains that was actually good, but the fans always just been claiming it was no good female characters, but it was. It was female villains. And it said Ventress encountered the Force, Trimetite the father and daughter's son, breaks your spirit connection, potential light side energies upon their daughter's death. But Ahsoka was also found guilty of a bombing that took place at the Gemini. Why would she bomb? No mind. Some people just don't. I learned that. Became a fugitive as she sought to clear her name. After succeeding in doing so, Jedi Order apologized for the mistake and offered her a place among them. But after all she uncovered during her investigation, experiencing firsthand how misguided the council could be, she renounced the order and set out on her own path. Hmm. Not bad though, not bad. In the moment leading up to the attack of Coruscant, she returned to Anakin and Obi-Wan, planning to capture the renegade Sith Lord, Darth Maul. Okay. Oh yeah, that is true. That is true by saying because it did bypass Ahsoka. Some of them fans though, because they half of them fans don't even respect Ahsoka half of the time. She hiding herself also on removed inhibitor chip from Wex that had turned him and others into thrall. The ensuing melee Maul escaped once again, and Ahsoka and Rex faked their deaths before going to hiding. Okay, okay, we got some stuff going on up in here. Did Ahsoka and Rex crash? Oh yeah, I want to. Oh yeah, I knew there's some questions. Or its assassination experimental unit in Force 99. Okay. Savannah Moon, the military expert, and as a bringer and native to the planet, incited insurrections and reclaimed virtual Padawan. 2K. Okay, I want to see these, all these stories, because these stories look good. Because think about it, if you look at it, if you look at it and stuff like that, If you look at it, it's gonna be like a whole lot of people hating on this. It's gonna be a whole lot of people hating on it and say, why didn't Ray got her own show? Why didn't Ray get her own show? Everything like that. Ahsoka did. Why couldn't Ray? That's what. That's because Ray sucked as a character. I I like that actress stuff. The character Ray is not the problem. It's how they've written her. And Disney need to erase episode 8 and 9 and just make it serious on her going through the journey and stuff like that. And she just finds Finn and everything like that doing the journey, and they go through the journey and stuff like that, finding people, finding Sith, finding Jedi's, and then working together. And Finn picking up the Jedi stuff. I think, in my opinion, if they can make episode what happened at episode 8 and 9 into a series, I think with Ray and Finn working together to do stuff, I think, in my opinion. But in my opinion, just change the story. That will make a good thing, I think, in my opinion. So like, people might not like me hearing it, but that's what we need to change certain stuff. The whether we like it or not, we need to change some of the stuff in Star Wars now. We got now, and that is my opinion. That is my opinion. Up in my opinion, yo. Up in my opinion. Sound like people might not like me saying it, but that's what it's gotta be my opinion. This is Soka. It's yeah. The Soka show gonna be real epic. I think, in my opinion, it's gonna be like a real good show. Which I think, in my opinion, that's gonna be um sound like, in my opinion, it's gonna be real good. Be because that Soka show probably can show Disney this how can make a good female character without an agenda, and just make it a good female character just with good story structure, and just make her do her own journey, anything like that. Just make her overcome journeys, overcome challenges and stuff like that. And plus, by each challenge that she overcome, that's that just make her resolve stronger, I think, and make her skills stronger and make her get better. And plus, my other opinion, which I want to find out in the Soka show, it sounds like in my opinion, would she meet other Jedi's? I think, in my opinion, because think about it, if she meet other Jedi's, would them Jedi's be dark Jedi's? Would it be evil? Would it be good? Would it be like in between? That is my thing. Because think about it, Sabrina Wren are already been cast. If they doing that, she might be meeting other Jedi's. I think, in my opinion. So like, people might not want me to hear it and say it, but that's what I think, she might be riding other Jedi's, and that is my opinion about that. Sound like, in my opinion, I think this is my prediction during the show. She might be meeting other Jedi's, or she might be meeting other uh, other Mandalorians or assassins that might be going after because of Darth Durham. Yeah, yeah, because she probably can meet just a young Luke, I think, because think about it, she might be meeting just a young Luke if he was a kid or a teenager, whatever. Because I think she could be going past a young Luke, like he was little with his mother and father. I think that be that might be just a good nod, I think. But the only thing about Star Wars I'm worrying about is, like, I worry about Kathleen Kennedy, because we know Kathleen Kennedy like to put her little twist on things, and her twist on things cause caused Star Wars to almost go imploded in itself because of episode 8 and 9, and she let them. Why? Why did you um? Why did you do that, bruh? I was looking at them. I said, "Why, man? Why are you?" Episode 8 and 9 ruined Star Wars for a while. Sound like people might not agree with me, but that's what it's true. Be, because episode 8 and 9 wouldn't happen if leadership on top just was saying and read over the scripts and saying this is a bad movie because that's what seeing that coming and seeing that one scene talk about some Luke Skywalker die episode 8. I say really. If you want to kill him in episode 9, then okay. But in my opinion, I wouldn't have killed him at all. I just would let him finish on just these 3 movies and just let him retire. I think in my opinion that would be good. Oh, just I forgot. Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot this dude, the original trilogy. He was older. Okay, okay. Shucks. I just had to give him. Okay. Shucks. He was older. He was older on that one. I just I remember that. Shucks. You just remind me of that. He was older. I think something younger. Cause shucks. I was thinking prequels all the way in the back, but shucks. I remember this dude, the Mandalorian. He was kind of he was older, everything like that. Okay, okay, I'm good. Okay, and plus my other opinion, like I also and kind of like in my opinion, um, and kind of like in my opinion and stuff like that, like U.S. right, they did thrash Luke in episode 8, which is real bad in my opinion, which was the dumbest thing that they could have did, which I think in my opinion was bad, and kind of like in my opinion, it's kind of like bad, and kind of like it took the Mandalorian to say Star Wars, which was a sad thing. It was it was good and bad at the same time. It was good and bad at the same time. The show was good, but but the show was the only thing that was keeping Star Wars intact, which was a sad state in affairs. I think, in my opinion, was also is a bad thing. Kind of like people might agree with that, but that's what. If it wasn't for the Mandalorian, pe- people would not have been coming back to Star Wars. I think, in my opinion, people could say no, people could say yeah, but in my opinion, is that people would not have been coming back if Star Wars wasn't there. It just the Mandalorian wasn't a good show, and that just me. That just me in my opinion and stuff like that is what I think about it. And kind of like and that's my opinions about that. And kind of like for me, my other opinions, which I think could be good, is the is Supergirl in DC. Her casting in DC could be a good thing. That sound like the Flash trailer, everything like that. Like she looked like a different Supergirl that came from a different Earth, in my opinion. I this should keep her hair long, I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, if it's the comments like that, she might be. I I think she is like the daughter of Superman Lois. I think that is what I think she might be. But the thing is like a fast child back in time in different Earths. But the thing is, in my opinion, also who supposed to be the villain in this movie? Because these are three villains I'm looking for that might be in the movie. Professor Zoom, Salvatore, that's a speedster. Zoom, Salvatore, or just the big old reverse flash. Those the three villains I'm looking for that might be the villain. Unless it's some kind of Gorilla Grodd type of thing, like he got the Speed Force somehow. He could be a fourth villain I'm looking for. But we all know that going back in time, that we need a speedster to be a villain, and this Supergirl could be helping. I think, in my opinion, but she might not be the prime Supergirl. She the Supergirl in her Earth, in my opinion. She the Supergirl in her Earth. But we need that beside this Supergirl, like if he maybe having a Batman and stuff like that, that could be a good thing. Oh, um, what's up, Jason?
Hey, brother.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, man. I got tied up there. LDG and him got in my. They we got on there. I was going to come in about an hour ago.
Oh, that how do you feel like the Star Wars casting news that came out? Just by a day ago, just by the big old Sabine casting.
Mm. Yeah,
Star.
I saw that. Got casted. Was a couple days ago, wasn't it? Yeah, the Sabine and was somebody else too. They cast who was it? That's for the Ahsoka. It's going for the Ahsoka show, right?
Yeah, yeah, and but it didn't even start casting just for the Acolyte show yet, though. The Acolyte show, everything like that wasn't even casted yet.
No, I don't think. Yeah, they haven't even. Hey, John, what's going on? Um, yeah, yeah. Somebody they casted somebody else, but who was it? It was for. Who did they cast? I seen the Sabine, and if I think casted another character. Uh,
I've been trying to look that up because I know that Disney Plus was only coming out with the news because the Disney Plus one was signed money just for like
yeah,
the stockholders, and then
yeah.
doing
The
that stuff.
Disney Plus day. I was
Uh,
just I thought I was talking to something. It was a disappointing because they really didn't. Even the Kenobi, they did not really give us much. They gave us a little teaser, but I was expecting because there's not any big
yeah,
announcement days until Star Wars Day in May, and the Star Wars convention or whatever they got it, and in D23 the Disney the
yeah,
Disney but that's in the summer. But Kenobi supposed to be out in
yeah,
May or April, and that Kazan with Cazador Kazian, they hadn't did mention nothing on that, and I'm like, when that show coming? The Rogue One's prequel
yeah,
show. They mentioned nothing. They didn't
and
show
put the Andor
frames or nothing.
and put the
Kazan Andrew, yeah,
yeah,
Kazan Andrew. That's what I'm saying. Mentioned nothing about it. I didn't see no pictures, no logo, nothing. I'm like, I would think they would have showed something, because that show's fixing to come out. You'd want people to, get interested in it. I mean, I was a little bit. I know I heard a lot of people don't really care they don't really give a. They just say they don't care about it, But I would like at least show people, like for if it looks good and people are like, oh wow, okay, maybe I am interested in it. I mean, I'm a little
yeah.
intrigued to it. I want to see what's about, I want to see, how it's going to go. But but they're they need to get some frames out there, a little scissor reel or something, say, okay,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing, what this is about, and yeah, and that's the only way,
They could have
because you
They should have pulled sound like a Deadpool did. It sound like a year before the movie. He put out a super
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
thing he did.
Well, exactly. Well, like I said, this show's going to be out in a couple months. I'm not sure if it was in March or May, but it's going to be out in a couple months. So you need to have something out there about this show. If it's gonna, they need to have some kind of trailer or something to get people. I mean, only thing they have shown is the logo. I haven't seen no set pieces or nothing. It's like
Yeah,
it's just like and even Kenobi too. I don't give away the show. I don't want them to show like the major scenes, but give us a
yeah,
little bit. Just give us a little bit. They can show us. Well, just like the Boba Fett. Give us what they gave us for Boba Fett. Boba Fett trailer
yeah,
was pretty damn good. Give us something like that. You don't have to give us the whole story, especially if they're going to have some special character that that's going to shock us. That's good.
yeah,
But don't give us that. But give us because I'm sure Boba Fett's going to have some characters in there. It's going to. I've heard Cade Bane maybe is going to be in. A couple other people's going to be in there. It's going to be some big surprises. But they didn't give us that. But they gave us enough that's like, oh, I'm excited for it. I mean, I seen him out there in the desert. I seen him, and I hope like this. I'm hoping they'll show him getting out of the Sarlacc pit and all that. But but they gave me enough that I'm excited about it. That's what I'm saying. Give me something from.
And you want to sad thing about it? It's so like people was more excited off of Black Adam less than a minute first look just did some Star Wars show, and that was sad because now I'm saying both of them.
Well, yeah, but
that's kind of sad to see.
Yeah. Well, like the Black Adam. Well, the Batman thing was awesome. The Batman trailer, but the Black Adam. A lot of people has been waiting for that for a long time. That's all they needed to show. At least they got people like, damn it, that's awesome. Because they just that part where he grabs that and he crushed that skeleton. He gets the skeleton and crushes. I mean, that just that little bit. They didn't have to show nothing else. But that got people talking. It's like this movie's gonna be fire. I want to see this movie. And a lot of people like The Rock anyway. I mean, I love The Rock. I watch. They just say, hey, The Rock's gonna be in a fairy tale movie. I'm gonna go see it because I like The Rock. That's just the thing. I mean, I wouldn't watch. He did was it the Tooth Fairy or what? I remember I watched something, and I watched that just because The Rock was in it because I wanted to.
He was funny.
And I wanted to see it because I like The Rock. I mean, I followed The Rock when he was a wrestler, and I know I say, yeah, he's gonna be funny in it. And I was like, I like that. I remember when he came out with that movie. I made a Walking Tall. You remember that one where he had the board? Oh, I love that movie. I mean, it didn't make a lot of money, but I was like, that just was to me, it was a badass movie. I love it. And
now that movie some kind of cult classic of his now. It's a cult classic now.
Yeah, but now you say he's going to be in Shazam. We have not Shazam, Black Adam. Well, they can bring him over to Shazam or Superman. But I'm like, we ain't had a Black Adam movie, and it's like, so you got the DC people, it's like fans. It's like, okay, I want this. I want to see a Black Adam movie, and then you got the fans who are Rock fans that will go see, even if they don't go see comic book movies. Well, they're gonna go see The Rock because they're excited to see The Rock. They go like, oh hell, he's gonna be in a action movie. So I mean that, like I said, that trailer when he did, I was like, damn it, that is bad. That's all they needed, and that got me excited. I'm ready right now to see it next summer. I'm like, that's one of the movies next summer I want to see. I mean, all the other trailers didn't really. I mean, the Flash thing, I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Or in the Aquaman on
that kind of like they said that the Flash movie wasn't even 20% finished. I said, oh, that means that movie is gonna be a real big centerpiece. It sounds like a Avengers Endgame type of thing.
I hope.
If they see that, because we all know that on the Flashpoint movie, it's kind of like big. He went to different universes and stuff like that.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. You see, and that's what's bad about a lot of people. Like they get on YouTube. They want to see DC fail, or they want to see Marvel fail because you got I'm a DC fan, member. I want to see Marvel fail, and they I'm a Marvel fan. I want to see. I want to see a good movie. I don't care if it's. I like them both. See, that's the thing. Why can't you like them both? See, that some people say you can't like DC and you can't like Marvel at the same time. I don't want to see neither one of them fail. I want to see a good I want to see a good Superman movie, and I want to see a
Yeah.
good Spider-Man movie. I want to see a good Iron Man movie. I want to see a good Wonder Woman movie.
And
Or a good Spawn movie. If they make a new
yeah,
Spawn, I want to see a
yeah,
good one. But I hope I hate to see any film fail
yeah.
because the problem with if so you do a DC film, if they fail, then
Mhm.
that guess what? There's a lot of projects that was possibly going to get made. The cutting
Nah,
board. I'm saying they start cutting
yeah,
just like you're working at a job when they do try to make sales. If you don't make
yeah,
the sales, guess what? You start cutting things.
yeah.
So we could have had like I said, we could have that new Man of Steel too, but they said, you know what?
That
DC's failed us, so boom, we're gonna cut that out.
sound like the Man of Steel is might be coming out. The second one, since the Black Adam coming out, you can put Black Adam
Exactly.
up in Man of
Exactly.
Steel 2 after after the third Shazam movie because we know that Black Adam just got an ego because after you just beat him
Mm-hmm.
one time, he got one come back just for a big old revenge and stuff like that. It just get even because we know Black Adam just got an ego, and we all know this.
Oh, facts. Well, just like your job says, the problem is Disney diehards are on one side and the Snyder diehards on the see.
Yeah,
I'm not for nobody. I'm for me. I
yeah,
want to watch. It's for me to watch. It's not. I'm not for. Well, I'm not for Universal. I'm not for. I mean, I might like Disney. I might watch more Disney stuff or Paramount. I'm for a movie. I want to go see a good Universal. I want to go see a Jurassic. I want to go see a good
yeah,
Jurassic Park film. I want to go see a good. I hope like the Matrix. Like we got Matrix, which is a Warner Brother film, and we got Spider
yeah.
Man, which is a Sony Disney, or they're combined. I
Oh
want
yeah,
both of them to be good. I don't want one of them to be bad and the other one to be good. I want them both to be good. I
oh
mean,
yeah, yeah.
that's the thing. That's like that year. God, what is it? Back in the '80s. Remember when Twister came out?
The game.
The Twister, the movie with the tornado movie. I
Uh,
remember.
I saw it when I got older. It was good though.
Yeah. But when that movie came out that year, there was 3 movies that was like it was Twister. I think it was was it Mission Impossible?
The first one.
Was there was 3 movies that was like number 1, and it was like they were like boom boom, and like which one's gonna beat the other one? And I like, dude, I went to all 3 and watched all 3. I was like, it was hard to figure out which one I'm gonna watch first because I think it was
Yeah.
Twister. Was it Terminator 2? It was 3 big movies that are really good today. I'd have to look at.
The first one came out. The first one came out first, I think, in the 80s, and the other
Yeah.
one came out in the 90s. The second came out in the 90s, though. I know
Yeah,
the second came out in
I
the
gotta
90s.
figure out which I gotta watch. It might have been it might have been one of the. It might have been Silence on the Lambs. It was one of it was 3 movies. Twister was one of them. I remember, and it was 2 other movies at the same. They came out like a week apart, so they were like battling each other, for the number 1 spot. But I was like,
Mhm.
man, you go to the theater, and it was like, damn, it was hard to pick because it was like 3 movies, and I mean, I want to see every one of them. So I want every one of the movies to succeed. Like I said.
Yeah.
I hope this Batman. I see some people are like, "Oh, I want this Batman to fail, and I want this." I don't
I
want it to.
don't want.
I
don't
want
want
it to
that
do.
to fail. I
I
don't
want
want.
it to do good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like it. They have rebooted it 5-6 times. I mean, but I want it to. I want it to succeed. I want this Flash movie to do good. I hope the Shazam 2 movie is way better than the first one. I hope where they could
Yeah.
bring Black Adam in it. They can, bring
Oh,
Superman in it. I want that. Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to fail.
he said
Twister came out in '96. There was 2 other movies that came out during. Yeah, it was '96, but 2 other movies came out that same year.
Mission
That were
Impossible 2.
might have been Mission. Was it Mission Impossible? I'd have to look it up
It had to be Mission Impossible because
there. Yeah, let me see.
on the Mission Impossible series was early on, the first and the second
Let
one.
me see movies and but I remember that because I was like trying to figure out when I remember that because that year there was so many good movies at the same time. Let me see more movies. Okay, let me see Twister.
Wasn't it Blade or something like that came out during that year?
It might have been it, but it was. I remember there was like 3. Twister. What was the other 2 movies? It might have been a different. It might have been a different one, but I remember there was like three or four. There was like three movies that was Independence Day. Independence Day was
oh yeah, that oh yeah,
that's what it was. It was Independence Day, Twister, and um
and Independence Day is true. I
that was
still look
one of
at
them. That was what it was.
this day though. That
I saw Independence Day like 5 times in the theater. I love that movie.
yeah, and that was you were fair to realize it wasn't about the action in the movie. It just been about the people and the story.
Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible. That was it.
Okay.
The first Mission Impossible. It was those three because they came out like right around the same time, and they were like fighting because they all made like 200 million back then. A $200 million movie that was 150 to 200 million was a really good back in the day.
Yeah.
Today it's not, but I mean they were fighting for every dollar. I remember that was like because in the theater it was like every three. The little theater we have here in town, all three of them was in the theater. I was like, God Almighty! So I had to go look. I was like trying to figure out which one to go to. So I had to watch each one. Then I went back and watched. I saw Twister twice. And Independence Day, I know I saw like 5 times. And I only think saw Mission Impossible once, but it was like.
Yeah, because the only movie that I saw more than Independence Day, that was the first Jurassic Park. That's
Jurassic
the only
Park.
one I saw. Yeah, the first.
I saw that one. I saw that one like I think twice.
And that was a classic movie, man. Because that's what I'm looking at that movie. I was younger back then, but that's what I would keep on telling my parents. I want to look at it. I want to look at it again.
Well, yeah. Well, see, what's good? It's like we had a theater. Like I was in town. We used to have a theater in town, and they had like. Well, it was cheaper now. But before they closed it down, before the pandemic, you go in there for $4. They would have, you can watch brand new for $4. Back then, it was like $3. You go on like matinee day, like $3, and especially when you were younger. And I think they were giving like high school. I think I was in high school, so they were giving high school. You get like $2 to $3. They like matinees and stuff. So hell, for $3, you go watch it a couple times. Especially a movie you enjoy. But you say like, damn, this is fire, man. I gotta watch it again. I mean, when it's $15, like today's, some of these days, where you pay $15, sometimes I have to want to watch it one time, or you have to be picky what you watch, but
because like it's two movie theaters where I live at. One of them is about $10 or $11, and plus the other one is about $7 or $8. I say, let me see now.
It's all dependent. If you go to those dine-in theaters, they're $15. Or if you go to IMAX, if you AMC, AMC is a little more. I mean, they did have that movie pass was good at AMC. I had that one year. Where you get like a movie a week or 2 movies a week or something for like $20. I remember that they had that thing for a while before the pandemic, and then they did away with that.
It sounded like the local movie theaters. As I was down, I was starting doing memberships just for food and stuff like that. To be like $1 or $2 off or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and that might get them past the big boys. It's something that sometimes, if you start memberships and stuff like that.
That pandemic killed this one in town, and they were closed a month, and then they had some kind of roof damage. And they just it wasn't worth fixing. And, they just didn't want to put money in the thing. So I wish because it's just. I mean, like I said, it sucks because I live in a small town. The movie theater is like 4 miles from my house, so it's quick. Just drive right up to it. I have to drive 6. I have to drive 60 miles. If I want to go to theater now, I have to drive 60 miles.
Oh, so
that's what sucks. So that's what sucks about it.
Yeah. But sure, his one cheap compared to my
well, it's an old theater. This theater is like older than me. This thing was built like in the 60s. It's an old. It's only 3 feet. It's only 3 theater. It's a local. It's not no name brand. It was a local, just a local owned theater. But they had one decent size, like a big one, and they had 2 little smaller ones. But it was good enough. And I went there. I ain't seen the big star when the Star Wars came out. I saw it, but then I went and watched it again. But when it first came, because it was hard to get tickets then. So you go down here, and I was only like regular nights. It's only $7. I was like, hell yeah, $7. But I remember, what was it? Independence Day. The first time I saw it, that movie was. I ain't gonna say the word. It was effing packed, man. I just say it. There was no seats available. There was people sitting in the freaking row out there in the the hallway, bro. They oversold it. And, I mean, it was. I mean, you were elbow to elbow with people like this, man. You were popcorn right here. You were elbow. People out there, and it was packed. And people cheering. I mean, people were cheering. The first time I say, I mean, it was cheering. It was like I felt most crowded theater I've ever seen it. I've been in with I mean, I got in there and I was like, holy crap! And I'm lucky to get a seat, but then they had people sitting in the middle of the aisles. I was like, holy moly!
Because just I was younger, looking at the Independence Day. That I was just little back then.
Yeah,
my parents just would hold me and say, "It's one seat."
Oh yeah, I mean, I watch it. I think I watched it like a last month. I watched the second one too. I was a little disappointed with the second one, but yeah, I watched them both. I let my kids, because my kids ain't seen it. And I said, "Hey, you gotta watch this movie."
The second one could have been better. The second one could have been better if they just would have worry about the story a little bit more. I think instead of the action, worry about the story more than the action. I think because that's what if the story good, then the action.
And Will Smith originally was supposed to be in it too, and that's what destroyed. I think Will Smith would have been in it. The story would have changed a little bit. It might have been because the original was supposed to be 3 of them. It was supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Because when they made that, because it was the thing is, the first one came out and they made that one. It was 2016. It came out, but they were already planning a third one. But the second one did so bad, they just Fox or Disney owns it now, but Fox they just canned the sequels, and we're not gonna make another one. Sort of like they did with that.
You can't be planning a third movie if your second movie story is not good.
Well, they were supposed to film. What happened? It was supposed to film them back to back. You know how the Matrix 2 and 3 were. You know how they filmed them. That's what it was supposed to, but they were already on like pre-production where they were getting ready to. As soon as the film come out, they were going to have it ready. Boom, it was going to be out quick. But it did so bad, they just canned it right there. They said, "No, we're not." Sort of like the Alien Covenant movie. They was already supposed to make a sequel to that one, and they canned it right away because it did so bad.
They supposed to be did in my opinion, they supposed to did another how can I say this? They're supposed to do another Pacific Rim movie.
I think they were still going to do it. I think they're still going to do one. It's in the plan. It's in planning. I read something on it. I think it's in planning right now. They're going to do a third one.
Like a third Pacific Rim movie. If you look at the just the animated Pacific Rim that came out, they had a child or adult so like that could have changed into a kaiju. They might need to put that inside the movie. Now, some that kaiju that's good, and some that's bad, and stuff like that, and that might make the series more interesting. It's just instead of making just robot versus monster, because we know that all monsters ain't bad. It's just some of them. And this just put that in the movie. And did you heard about the Power Ranger universe on Netflix? The Power Rangers, the OGs.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, that they supposed to be launching just a new universe of Power Rangers and stuff like that.
Oh, Power Rangers. I get. They was rumored they were supposed to make another movie, but it's going to reboot again. I think it's not going to be off the last one. The last one they made.
I think the Netflix Power Rangers one is separate than the one that's in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because you look at the one that's in the comic books, the Power Rangers got some kind of multiverse because this Power Ranger team came from that universe. This Power Ranger team came from that universe. And if they do that now, the multiverse Power Ranger thing, that could be bigger than the Disney Plus Marvel universe if they do it right.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's that franchise. You know what's funny about Power Rangers? See, Disney owned Power Rangers. For a while. They used to. Originally it was owned by Saban and Fox, and they sold it to Disney when they did the family. And then Disney, they never made it. I don't think they ever made a movie. They just made it. But I don't know why Disney would sell that franchise. They sold it cheap back to. They sold it back to the company. Yeah. I mean, then
because the ratings of it wasn't good of it. Because Disney forgot, right? When you do a Power Ranger series, think about the fans as well. Just the fans I like about it. What they didn't like about it, you bring it into the next series and stuff like that, and then you bust correct on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Dino Thunder with Tommy, people like that series and people like SVD because that's what those series were serious. It wasn't like all comedy and stuff like that.
But you know what? They could have. I don't know. They just bought Marvel. See what's weird? They just bought Marvel, and
Yeah,
then they sold that. Then they sold them. They sold them back to Saban, and then Saban sold them. I think Mattel owns them now. They're the ones that they're. I guess
yeah.
they're own Paramount or something, but Mattel
Hasbro on Parmeter's Toys.
or Hasbro, yeah, Hasbro. So Hasbro's the one. Yeah, Hasbro. They own the property, so you'll see Hasbro Studios or just like Transformers. They'll have
Could they put Parmeter's Transformers together?
They could. They're owned by the same company now. I mean, them GI Joe and all them are owned by the same. Or Hasbro. Hasbro owns the franchise.
Because
I think Paramount will do the new film
yeah,
because they're gonna have them. And they bought what was the other one? I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too. I think
and Halo. They own Halo too. Paramount
so
own Halo.
but if I was Disney, I don't know why they sold it. I would have,
I would say
you
that
just
stuff
got
was
Marvel,
in.
but you just got them with Marvel. You just got Marvel in there. I don't know if you could put them with Marvel.
Yeah,
Even if you don't, you could have them in there with Marvel and have. I'm sure Kevin Feige could have made a better Power Rangers movie or something.
yeah.
I mean, if you'd have gave him the rights to it, I mean, it's it'd be like I don't know. You probably people be bitching and complaining that all the Power Rangers have nothing to do with Marvel and all that. I know how they'll do it
because you look at comic books like
yeah, I know, but
and Justice League had crossover.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but you know how some people be like, "Oh, this is not true Marvel." But I would say, even if you didn't have them separated, but put them in there where Kevin Feige would have took care of them and made the movie. I'm sure Kevin Feige could have took that property and made it gold, and that's what I'm saying. In a series, and made a better series on it too.
Yeah, it did give it to WB, I think. Like WB probably would have put it with Wonder Woman because like like you save people everything like that. And Wonder Woman, Superman sound like you put the Red Ranger. This was Superman. You put the Green Ranger with Tommy, just Wonder Woman because those two like similar in personalities. And it sound like Flash. It sound like the Black Ranger, our comedy person, Zach. Like back in the day. That put them Rangers that's similar to the heroes next to them.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
And Disney messed up. And
they lost. And they sold. And if you, I can't, you'd have to find an article when they sold them. But they sold them for cheap. It was like $50 to $100 million. It wasn't nothing. They sold them for it. It was chump change. It was like very little. They just say, "Hey, They pretty much," and I heard the reason. I was looking. I was like, why would they get rid of them? And they said that, and Disney was right and said that parents said they were too violent for kids to watch.
How that's
but that was the reason why they got rid of them. And I'm like, well, y'all just bought Marvel, and you don't think Marvel's more violent than the Power Rangers? I mean, that's what I'm playing with Disney. Disney gets in there and they get too silly, touchy. It's like, hey. This is a series. We own it. I mean, hell, you own Alien now. I mean, it ain't like you own like nothing. It's all everything doesn't have to be Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. You gotta sometimes you have to have a Deadpool and you have to have a different thing. You gotta have different franchises. But if they would have made money on them, if they we sold for $1 billion, well, they didn't make money on them.
They would have made lots of money on Power Rangers if they would have put them up in the MCU. Just like Guardians, because Guardians, right? Nobody knew about Guardians, but that's what made money.
I can't believe they got rid of them just from the toy sales. They own the licenses of the toys.
The toy sales were good. The toy
that's
sales.
Why that's what I'm saying. Even if they was like, well, they're not as popular as but the toys are still making money. So basically, when you sold them. That's like when they sold them, they sold the toys and so they lost all that merchandise. Because I know Power Rangers sort of faded off what Disney did have, but now you go in there in the toy department in Walmart, you see Power Ranger toys and all that, and the collectibles and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's real good now.
I know the movie didn't. I know the movie didn't do well. That last one came out, but you
Yeah,
know, not every movie does well. But you still got a
yeah.
franchise that does good.
But look at the MCU. It's some movies that just didn't do good as others, but that's what they still keep on making movies.
Yeah, that's what I've said. They got rid of them too quickly. I should say they should have held on a little bit, put them under Kevin Feige, and I guarantee he'd have had the show.
Yeah,
He'd probably do it like a Disney Plus. He could have had them. See, that does say
yeah,
right now they could have had them on Disney Plus, and they could have had
yeah.
all that back catalog of all the old Power Ranger shows, and they own the movies now. The original 2 movies. See, that's funny. Disney actually owns the original 2 Power Ranger movies. They still own them because when they bought Fox, they still have the
Oh,
rights to them too.
I was
So
mad at that though. I was mad at that. I said, who on the first 2 movies? Because I was trying to find them on
they're on
the other
they're
streaming
on
services.
they're on Disney Plus, but they're international because for some
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
yeah. If you got it on your phone a VPN, you go to
Yeah.
international Canada. They got them in Canada. Just go to the if you go on VPN in Canada, the first 2 right there, and they got the Dragon Ball Z movie too is on there. They own the rights to that. Yeah, because it was produced by Fox.
I thought it was Toy who owned
Well,
that.
the live action movie.
Because you look at the comics, right, of Power Rangers and stuff like that. I look at the comics of Power Rangers and look at some of the other comic books. The Power Rangers comic books is actually pretty good. It's better than some Marvel and DC stuff, which is sad to say, but if you read the comics of Power Rangers and stuff like that, it is really pretty good based on the stories, everything like that. And it puts it sounds like in my opinion, it sounds like Endgame and stuff like that. If you look at it, the final battle of Power Rangers, it sounds like Endgame type of battle. But I kind of feel like the Power Rangers Endgame would have been better.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
just like
kind of sad for me to say. Sound like when I find Power Rangers stuff better than some Marvel comic books, which been there for longer, based on comic book sales, and put the man that did it right now on the Power Rangers comic books. He said like he wanted to be similar than just an MCU universe and DC universe. He wanted to be similar to them, but he said he wanted to be more grown up than the MCU because the MCU just like to tell jokes and he don't like that. Because he's not like us. He grew up with the comic books and stuff like that.
What's up, Phil Militas? Happy Thanksgiving.
Now, sound like and plus I got just a Discord, everything like that. I got if y'all want to join it, it's on my description down there. The Discord I got, everything else like that. Ultimately, if you got a question based on Star Wars and anything else like that, you can actually you got a question. That because kind of like for me, right, the Power Rangers stuff sound like I kind of grew up with it, and my favorite series was Mighty Morphin, Time Force, SPD, Dino Thunder, and my 5th one had to been SPD. That's me. That's my top 5 Power Rangers series. That and plus they kind of came from the OG series, and plus in space. I like that one.
Yeah,
I'll be streaming tomorrow too. I'll be live streaming tomorrow too.
Are you gonna stream tomorrow? Tomorrow evening? Tomorrow evening?
No, like at night, like in between 9 and 10, something I think.
Oh, okay, about the same time then. Okay.
Yeah. Because like if you try to stream early, there's too many people streaming at the same time.
Yeah, I did it. I got on Basco's channel and I did a stream, and then I was like I hadn't streamed like nothing since August, and I just popped on the stream and I was like I just did a little. I was gonna do like a 15-minute like happy Thanksgiving stream to everybody.
Yeah.
And then just people started coming on. I was gonna come jump on your stream like an hour ago, and then like 5 people just LDG and all them started popping on, and it just got into it turned into like a 3-hour. I got almost a 3-hour stream on. I was like, oh my god, I was supposed to be a 15-minute stream. It turned into a 3-hour stream.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
but and
yeah,
I was like, man, I told Zil I was coming over to his stream, and I was like, because Job was telling me, I was like, yeah, I was like, God, but it's just, I said, I seen you still on. I was like, good, he's still on. I was like, God damn it,
oh yeah,
got going, man. You know how you get a good stream, you just got going,
yeah,
and he's talking, and just,
yeah,
and 3 hours, 3 hours is gone.
yeah.
Film leaders have a happy Thanksgiving, bro. Yeah, he film usually on MSK channel and Anzo's channel. I see him on there sometimes.
Yeah. And it's kind of like the stream for tomorrow. I will be talking about what's the greatest action franchises and kung fu people on the tomorrow live stream. If y'all want to
Okay.
join for that,
Yeah, if if I know I got family coming tomorrow. If long
yeah,
say if and I don't know if they're going, we gotta go anywhere or not. I know
yeah,
I got a ton of family coming in from Miami tomorrow, but you
oh
know how
yeah,
so when the family goes, you end up going somewhere. I know because they're from Miami, so they're coming all the way up here. So
ooh.
they'll want to do stuff around here. So if I'm free, I'll definitely join in there. If
Yeah, and female leaders, and you invited too. If you want to join based on action franchises, what's your favorite action character, movies, and anything like that, or villains? Because I will be talking about villains. I will be talking about what's your favorite action heroes and stuff like that, modern, 80s, 90s, and stuff like that. Because think about it, it's too many stuff besides combo stuff to talk about, like I'm doing movies.
Oh, exactly. Oh, I was going to ask you. Have you seen that? Oh, it's on HBO Max. Have you seen the well, this ain't an action movie. King Richard, the
Oh
with
yeah,
Will Smith. Have you seen that
yeah,
movie yet?
it's pretty good. It's pretty
It was
good.
really good. I know everybody was saying it bombed. Well, because the
It,
problem
it,
it being
it,
on
it,
HBO Max.
yeah, it's on streaming service. It's on
Yeah,
streaming
that's
service,
why.
and
That's
more
what probably.
people just
That's
want to
what
talk about
hurt it.
it.
But Will Smith did a hell of a performance in that movie. If he doesn't get an Oscar nod for that, I don't know what, man.
Yeah, man.
He did a really. It was a really good. It was a long movie too. I
Yeah.
was like, it was like a 2 hour and a half movie, but it was a really good. I got there, my kids started watching. I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
hey, it was really good. I mean, I wanted to see it because everybody was saying how good it was. It looked good, but I
Hmm.
was like, really good. Probably one of the best. I say one of the best movies HBO Max has put out this year. I mean, it was really good. I mean, I hope Will Smith does get a nod for for an Oscar for that because I mean his
Because
performance
he
was
should have like
excellent.
3 or 4 Oscars by now.
Yeah, but I mean, I know he's been I don't know if I can't remember if he's won or not, but
The
he
he
definitely
nominated
deserves
for
one for that.
Pursuit of Happiness. I think he wasn't
Yeah,
nominated for that Pursuit of Happiness, and plus I was mad.
yeah.
I said, come on now, people.
Well,
That was a really good movie.
he deserves one for this one. I mean, he
Yeah,
deserves one for that. His role because they showed at the end. You remember they showed the real their real dad, and they showed the video films. I
yeah.
mean, Will Smith did. I mean, he almost looked just like him, and the way way he acted, and
And plus
the
he walked
girls
like him. And,
walked like him. I mean, it was just it was a. I mean, it was a really
yeah,
good. I mean, it was sad. It was parts saying, man, you made like want to make cry a little bit,
yeah,
and how the girls, they love their
yeah.
dad, and how they struggled and all. I mean,
Hmm.
it was a like I said, it was a good movie. I know I saw my kids watched it. I was like,
Yeah,
it's a good. I mean, I would say it's a really good movie to watch with family and all that. It's
yeah.
a good. And I say it's a a good heartfelt story.
Hmm.
And it's a true story, and that's another thing. It's a real life
Yeah,
true story of a success and all that. So I think that's all I recommend to anybody. It's a
yeah,
great film, a great film.
yeah.
Like I said, I hope I've always liked Will Smith, and I hope he
Yeah,
gets that Oscar nod for that, and an Oscar for the film too, the
yeah.
director.
Because you look at the settings doing that movie, the settings it sound like right comfortable to just a real life.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what we went through.
yeah, with the car. I mean, they did everything from the tennis, from the courts to the feel of
Yeah.
the vehicles. I mean, because it was back, in the '90s. They did the same time.
Hmm.
I felt like you back, Micah. This was, when you was younger. It's like, great. Let's Job said, what film you talking? It's called King Richard. It's the Serena Venus Williams. It's basically their I guess told
Father.
for their father's eye, their father's eye. It's their like story how they became pro. Well, it was actually I think it was
Yeah.
the oldest one, but then they could do a second part where the other girl becomes pro, but they show how they get teach they go to junior. Well, they show where they started out in Compton, and they showed them playing. And their poor dad, man, he took some beatings, man. You remember them guys that beat him up in the
Oh
park
yeah.
2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tough guy. I was that part, he got that where that part that he was going to go take that guy out, and he was going across the street, and the guy got drive by, took him out, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. I didn't know. I was thinking, I was like, man, I figured he was going to go do it, and then that happened, and it's like, and but that part when he got beat down, he just took it and he come back and he threw it and hugged his girl. I was about dead. I was like, it was like, he was like tearing up, and he said, I will never. My dad, he was like, he said his dad, saw him get beat up, and he took off. He said, I'm not going to do that way. And then that part when she was losing the tournament, and he come back in and he saw her and he sat from the crowd, and he has it's a great attitude, even though they lost, and I sort of like that, he didn't want them to be, cocky and say when they started winning, he says, I don't. He made him watch the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs film like a couple times, but great film. I said, very inspirational film. Great film. Yeah, Job, you get a chance to see it. You got HBO Max. I definitely check it out. I mean, if you want to see it in the theater, it is in the theaters. I mean, if people want to see it, anybody want to see it in the theater, but if you got HBO Max, you want to stay at home and watch it. Great film.
Did you hear about this person making a Robotech movie, and plus they're making just a Gundam movie too, a Gundam live action for Netflix. If they get those two right, I think the two big ones, that will force the big studios to get the robot stuff, everything like that.
Yeah,
like on point. Time for movie theaters to be, because it needs the streaming services. I think something like that, to get it right, just for the big studios to go back. And we need new franchises, I think, to come out. The steady franchises keep on.
Yeah, that's the thing. That Hollywood needs to start coming up with some new ideas. I mean, you can reboot to an extent, but when you're on the third, the fourth reboot, I mean, I don't. It's like Halloween. When this next Halloween film comes out next year, Halloween ends. I want to don't do no more Halloween for a while. You're done with Halloween. Just don't.
This should have never came out with the second one. I think this should have kept the first one.
They missed the series. I mean, this last film, like it said, well, now you can watch the original Halloween, and now you don't have to watch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can watch the Rob Zombie ones. They got it's like here's the original, but then there's 4 or 5. It's like the multiverse of Halloween. That's what they basically did. And it's like I said, but like that, I don't want okay, they got to finish it now because they got one more film. The Halloween ends. All right, next year, and don't do it no more for let it set still for a while because you know come up with something new.
Yeah, especially for extra franchises, because they might John Wick has shown like the extra franchise is not dead. It proven it. It proved it because look at it came up with John Wick 1, 2, and 3. It proved it.
Oh, look at John Wick was out of the blue, and look at it had turned into a massive new franchise.
Yeah,
I mean, now we're going on. They're going to make a couple more. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. There is ideas out there. Just come up with something different. I mean, some fail, some make it do.
Yeah,
I think the studios are scared. They don't want. They say, "Oh, this is proven, so we're going to stay with this."
If you look at John Wick 1, didn't make a whole lot of money, but that's what people like it.
Okay. Job says he's leaving. Have a happy Thanksgiving and be safe out there.
And plus tomorrow, Job, that I got to talk about this because this fighting words right here. RoboCop is not the greatest action movie. That's fighting words for tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to bed. But have a happy Thanksgiving and be safe out. Be safe if you go anywhere out there tomorrow, John.
Yeah. And I'm about to leave too.
Okay, I was about to too. I was like, I gotta get some sleep. Gotta get up in the morning. But if I'm free tomorrow, I'll stop in tomorrow if I'm free tomorrow.
And
Okay.
just for everybody, I do got Discord down up in the description box if y'all want to join and stuff like that. I got the Discord link down below, and if you want to shut your channel out, that you could.
Yeah, if anybody's what I streamed tonight for the first time in a while. So Jason Lee Tucker's statement. Anybody want to join over? Check it out. I used to talk about comic book stuff, movies, wrestling. Usually, have a guy I used to stream with. Where he used to go to wrestling shows, like independent shows. We usually talk about that local stuff,
Okay.
wrestling. So I had a lot of local wrestlers, but then I talked about WWE, AEW, um, Marvel, DC, anything to talk about, movie wise or sports and different things. So check it out,
All right.
Jason Lee Tucker's statement. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get some more streams going in there. It'd be probably later at night because with my job situation, maybe on the weekend and stuff. So have
All
some
right.
different fun shows and different things. So
All right. I
appreciate it.
see y'all later, everybody. I
Peace,
see y'all
guys.
tomorrow.
Peace.